All right, guys, pretty exciting day here at the Red Goat Garage worldwide headquarters facilities located in Fort Worth, Texas. If you've been following along, I've been working a lot on my T-Bucket, and I got it running and driving. I enjoyed it for about 3 weeks, cruising around the neighborhood, just working out some bugs, reworking a few things on it, this, that, and the other. And then I did something brilliant and stupid all at the same time. A buddy of mine that does all my powder coating, Cerakoting stuff, that lives like 20 minutes from here, he had a car that he's been trying to sell that he bought really cheap, wasn't really into it, and he put it up for sale like a month ago and just kind of high priced to see what was out there. And he's talked about building it, talked about selling it, I don't know. So in a random change of events, there's an airplane flying over, and it's going to probably get loud here in a second. Some fighter jet. But what ended up happening was I text messaged him on a Monday about noon. There goes the airplane. Very nice. I texted him Monday around noon, and I said, hey man, any chance you'd be interested in trading your car for my T-Bucket? Wasn't really fully expecting him to say yes, but obviously was hoping. And a couple hours later, he goes, yeah, I'm down. I was like, oh shit, okay, so we're doing this. So Tuesday morning, I dragged the T-Bucket out to his house and we swapped cars. So with that being said, let me turn the camera around here and I'll show you the new project vehicle that I'm super stoked on. This is way more up my alley than the T-Bucket ever was, but the T-Bucket was cool. I really dug it too. I fall in love with all my cars, so hard to see it go, but at least I know it's going to a buddy and he's gonna let me drive it once he gets it finished up a little bit more. So let me turn this around and check that out. A 1957 Bel Air two-door coupe. So this thing, he said he picked it up from like a grandma or something like that, real cheap, and just wasn't exactly his flavor. So he's had it for a couple years, and we traded. So where the T-Bucket used to sit right there is no more. This is here. This does not fit over there in the garage, that part, so it's going to stay in the driveway, but that's all right. So let's go over it. This is pretty much how he got it, and somebody had taken it apart at some point to restore it or whatever, and that's as far as they had gotten. It's originally like this reddish orange with a white top. That's how it came from the factory. Somebody painted it this brownish color at some point. It has the original 283 in it. I'm assuming that's what that is. I'm going to verify the VIN number later, but 283 with the old school Power Glide in it. He had gotten it running, just pouring some gas down the carb. So first step is I'm kind of clearing everything out, and I'll show you that. Then second step is going to be to try to get this to run, and I'm hoping that this engine and transmission are still good, and if they are, I'm going to rock it with this for a while. You know, just kind of keep it easy. I mean, someday probably LS swap it or whatever, but I'm going to rock it with that. Still has the old 2-barrel on here. Well, I don't want to take this off right now, but it has an old 2-barrel on here. It's got a deluxe heater, which is cool. He had actually sandblasted the entire bottom of the car. You can kind of see here where they'd sandblasted a little bit, what you can see in here. So it already has a little bit of surface rust, but I'll clean it up and get it all painted. But entire underside of the car. So there's only a few spots that it has rust, which is freaking amazing. The floor pans, not the worst I've ever seen. So obviously some holes here. The driver's side, there's some pinholes over there, so I'll probably end up replacing that one. In the rear here, this passenger rear looks pretty good. Driver's rear's definitely got some big holes in it though. And there's like back here, there's some holes and stuff. Just looking, I don't know if I can get this. Oh yeah, you can see this. See those little, like, all those dots? They must have done some sort of body work at some point on this, in this little area. Never noticed that. Maybe it's patched. I have no idea. Anyways, the other spot that has a little bit of rust is this tail panel here. Kind of see that. And in here a little bit. that's like it. I mean, it's, you know, a little bit right there, I guess, too, but like that's it. Like the rest of it's super solid. Like I said, he sandblasted it. It's amazing how nice it is. I mean, obviously the exhaust is all rusted out and the gas tank has holes in it and everything, but like the body itself is like super straight, like never been like crunched or anything major. And I just got done kind of unloading everything, so my truck was full of parts, like the bed, even the back seat had a bunch of stuff in it, which I got to go there and finish getting. The entire trunk of this thing was full of parts, so that kind of show you. So like there's all the side glass for it. Here's a mountain of trim and things, and some of this stuff doesn't even go to this car, I'm pretty sure, but that's going to be my next thing, is probably going through some of this and figuring out what I have, what I don't have, what I need, etc. There's 4 totes full of parts. There's even like a 4-barrel carburetor intake right there if I wanted to swap it over, but I'm probably just going to rock the 2-barrel for now. A whole other front seat. Pretty ugly upholstery on it, but you know, it's a good front seat. Radiator that actually looks like it's pretty decent, but I haven't messed with it. A whole different, that's the 1-piece front bumper, because it has a 3-piece front bumper on right now. 2 other grills, so I have a total of 3 grills. And there's even in here, I believe, there's brand new shocks. Somewhere there was a set of, I think it's in that box over there, somewhere there's a set of front lowering coil springs, which I'll probably put on. There's a disc brake set in here, which I'm not quite sure I use. I'm a Bel Air man, and Bel Air has this really cool set. Oh, the springs are in there. It has a really cool set that that's like $800, and it's 2-piston like Corvette caliper, drilled and slotted rotors, all that. So I'm probably gonna go with that. But yeah, I mean, super big chain of events. Like I said, I really didn't want to get rid of the T-Bucket that quickly. My plan had always been to get rid of it at some point, but my thought was to drive it this summer and enjoy the thing a little bit. But I knew he wasn't going to wait, you know, like he wanted this out of his shop. He had other things going on and he needed the room, and it just stars aligned, and I just couldn't not jump on something like this. I mean, this is like a dream car, right? I mean, and a 2-door coupe, like holy cow. So super stoked. And he was really excited about the T-Bucket too. He's already talking about putting a turbo, or maybe even twin turbos on it, and so it'll be exciting to see what he ends up coming up with on that. So that's the big news right now. So right now, obviously you can see the tires are surprisingly holding some sort of form of air, but my plan is, you've been doing it already, it was a real fun project getting it off the trailer, because the brakes are kind of locked up, the tires don't really hold air, everything, and my driveway's not level. So I'm going to get this all the way over here level with the concrete, and then that way I can take my Cadillac and park it in the middle, and then my wife's Escalade, she can park it here, which is where she normally parks it. So kind of 3 lined up. But yeah, super stoked. But I'm gonna get back to work here, and stay tuned, and you know, subscribe if you like Bel Air stuff, because there'll be a lot more of that coming. I mean, real quick, I'm kind of thinking right now, just rock this thing in like super stock form, like get that engine running, hopefully it's good, hopefully the transmission's good, just leave everything stock and just kind of bolt it all on how it is. I don't really have the money or the time to paint it right now, so I figured, well, I might as well just bolt it all back together, get it running and driving, and just kind of enjoy it all kind of like ratty a little bit, you know, and maybe sell it, maybe keep it, I don't know, but I want to get it running and driving to where I can enjoy it a little bit. So funny enough, I already ordered up a painless harness for this, because I know the wiring's shot and I'm not playing around with any of that. So I already ordered up a nice painless harness. They have a Tri-5 specific one that's really awesome. If you look on the YouTube channel, you'll see I installed one in my dad's 55 and I loved it, so I bought one for this already. Just gotta wait for it to show up. So all right, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys soon.